Here's what you need to do if your schedules are light. In this video, we're going to go through on how to fill your schedule literally for tomorrow. When I used to be director of business development at a $5 million duck cleaning company, we were running 17 routes. And there would be times where we may only have 13 routes that are scheduled, and we need to go and fill our routes for the next day, week, month, whatever that might be. And I'm going to share with you some of the strategies that we help implement with companies and that we did at this company. I was recently on the Jobber podcast. We talked about ways to maximize your customer list, how to get new customers in the door quickly. And so I'm going to talk about some of those strategies today. So the first thing that we always tell people is for our clients, go to your CRM, get all the customers or your QuickBooks, get all your customers that you serviced last year at this time and contact them. This is really good because last August they needed your service, and this August they should need your service again if you offer something that is an annual type of service or even every 6 months. Now with duct cleaning, it was unique because duct cleaning you only need to do that every 3 to 5 years, for example. But you could cross-sell dryer vent cleaning, which a dryer vent cleaning you typically would get every year or every 1 to 2 years. So this could be go back to your database for everyone that did this service last year and cross-sell this service. Or in HVAC, it's like you need to do a fall inspection. So every fall you need to reach out to your past customers. It's a pretty normal thing. Now with electrical contractors or more demand type businesses like plumbing, I need to put a new ceiling fan in. So you can still play along with right now it's spring, right now it's fall, right now it's winter, right now it's summer. Here's what our customers are doing. And this is the part where people get hung up on is, okay, I have all these customers or these prospects or people that we service. What do I say to them? It could be a very simple call just saying, hey, it's been a year since we serviced you last. Just wanted to check in and see how the ceiling fan was holding up and see if you had any other projects that you might need to get taken care of because we're going to be in your neighborhood later this week. Very simple like that. You don't even need to offer them some type of a special offer. If you wanted to spice it up a little bit, you could say, we're going to be in your neighborhood later this week. And since we don't have to pay for gas, we're giving you a $25 credit towards any electrical service. Do you want us to stop by and take care of any projects? That could be a very simple call, text, or email. And a text could be a text blast out to everyone. But if you don't want to get too fancy, just pick up the phone and start calling people. That's what we did at the duct cleaning company. So the second thing is go through all of your leads from the last month that you didn't book and contact them. This is very important, and we talk about this a lot on this channel, which is you might not have a lead problem, you might have a lead management problem. So what this looks like is that these people all raised their hand and said, hey, I need your service this last month, and maybe you only converted 30 or 40% of them. The other 40, 50, 60% of them you didn't convert, and maybe they died, maybe they went with a different vendor, maybe you could never get in contact with them, whatever, fill in the blank. But we know without a shadow of a doubt that those people reached out to you because they had a need. So if you were to go back through all your leads over the past month or 60 days, 90 days, whatever that time frame looks like, and contact these people again via call, text, or email, you can offer them a special offer like what I just told you, or you can even just call them up and say, hey, at one point you said that you needed help with X, Y, and Z. Do you still need help with that? Because we're going to be in your neighborhood next week and we can stop by and take care of that for you. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to do that. I kept forgetting to contact you guys and do that. Very simple way to get your schedule filled literally for tomorrow, later this week, early next week, what have you. All right. Next thing, ask your referral partners to contact their customer list and offer a special offer for their list. This one is very unique. This is why a lot of times on the channel we talk about building B2B partners where you have complementary services that can refer you business. If you do duct cleaning, you have HVAC contractors. If you do electrical, you have plumbing or property managers or realtors, whatever. And you reach out to them and you say, hey, right now we have a promo going on for your customer specifically. We're offering $100 off this service. And can you reach out to your customer list? And for every job that you send us, we're going to give you $100 as well as them $100 or whatever that sounds like. What this allows you to do is to leverage other people's customer database and then take advantage of that and get customers in the door for you. And also everyone makes money. Outside of the home service space, this is pretty normal. Someone has an email newsletter list of 10,000 people and there's advertisers that say, hey, put me in your email. If you click on this, then I'll give you a cut. It's the same thing. They basically have a customer database of prospects and customers, and you're going to try to leverage their customers and do a special offer inside of their email newsletter. So that way everyone can make money off this. You need to have a little bit of a relationship. You can't just randomly call an HVAC contractor and say, let me get your customer database. You got to have a little bit of a relationship. But if you have referral partners, this is a really great way to fill your schedule starting tomorrow. All right, next, get a list of all the people who haven't used you in the past 2 years. Just like we talked about going through and getting everyone you serviced last year at this time, or going through and all the prospects you haven't serviced in the last, whatever, 6 months. If you have been in business for, let's say, 5 or 10 years, you can go back to anyone that hasn't used you in the last 2 years and you can reach out to them. If they, and this is very easy in CRMs to just filter them down for people that haven't used you in the last 2 years. And it's a very simple call them, text them, email them, just say, hey, it's been a couple years since we serviced you. We're going to be in your neighborhood next week, right? It sounds very similar from what we've been saying, but it's a great way to have a bunch of people to bring them back into your funnel. If your CSRs are sitting there on their phones, watching Netflix, hanging out, not doing anything, they need to be doing this more as an inside salesperson to be booking you jobs and be aggressive at looking at the areas of opportunity from building these lists to then fill the schedules. If the schedules are not filled, that shouldn't be your fault as the owner. It should be your customer service manager, your CSR team. They should feel the heat because they're not reaching their goals or holding up their end of the bargain for your technicians, right? We've all been there sending your technicians home because you don't have work. We don't want that. That's why you have these strategies in place. Another very important one is to make sure that you have things set up. And actually, I didn't put this one here, but this is a bonus one, is to have emails set up. So that way, let's say you get to a Monday and you don't have your schedules full. Well, let's have an email blast ready to go. Or let's say that it's weather dependent. When it rains, we need to send out an email blast, a text blast, something like that. Have all that set up. We need to run these Facebook ads when it rains because X, Y, and Z. When it's over 100 degrees, we need to do this. Whatever that is, have that in place so that way when you have openings in your schedule tomorrow, you already have the email ready to go and you just click send and it sends an email to those people. You need to have these things prepped and ready to go. And then the last one is make sure that you add call to actions to your website and get more traffic to your site. I'm going to start with the first one, which is call to actions to your website. Let's say that you get a good amount of traffic to your website. Add a call to action to get 10% off of just this month. Basically, a pop-up on your website that says, hey, get 10% off X, Y, and Z service. That will help you convert leads. Same thing with the call to actions on your website. Incentivize or give your CSRs permission to offer discounts for right now. If someone gets off the phone and they say, no, that's too expensive, or no, I don't want to do that, like what's holding you back? We also have this 10% off right now. It's literally good for today or by the end of this week or the end of this month, and we can apply that as well. You don't want to let people off the phone. You want to get them booked, and anything that you can do, same thing when they get to your website, any call to actions you have to drive that home. Getting more traffic to your site is more of a long-term play. Make sure you're getting reviews and optimize for SEO, running ads. You can turn this stuff on, but this usually takes, a couple weeks to a month to get traffic to your site and get things converted. But the call to actions is more like have your CSRs have a game plan for every call that they get to be able to offer call to actions to fill the schedule. We don't want to let anyone off the hook. And same thing with your website. You don't want anyone off the hook when they land on your website. You want them to convert into a lead. So hope this was helpful for you. Some really good strategies in here to help you fill your schedule literally tomorrow. As a marketing company, it was my goal to build a company that would help assist people with this. So if someone tells us, hey, we're slow or we need to fill our schedule, we have an action plan of all these things to make it happen. So if you're interested in setting up a marketing audit or looking at your business, we do them for free. I'll put a link down below. If not, hopefully this was helpful. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.